Australia went from having 0 Lego stores to having the largest in the world in just a span of 5 years, and that is absolutely insane to me. But something interesting is that they're technically not Lego stores as you probably know them. They're all certified and not actually owned by Lego Shop at Home. They're like 2 completely different things. It's a bit weird. And a certified store looks and feels very much like a regular Lego store. Like you have your pick and build walls, you build a minifigure, all of the same sets on release day. Just basically your VIP point system is different, which in my case, I get very frustrated by. Now, I've been really lucky and I visited quite a few of the different largest Lego stores in the world. The first one being New York's 5th Avenue, which was very quickly beaten out again by Leicester Square in London. And both of these stores were so fun and so interesting and felt so different to a regular Lego store. Like, I absolutely love visiting as many Lego stores as I can, and I'm a big fan of the Lego passport system. I have so many different stamps. However, a lot of the Lego stores often feel exactly the same. Like, there's not really anything too special about them, especially now that I have them in Australia. Like, for a while, I would just go because it wasn't something we typically had. However, the flagship stores are known for being very different, very fun, and having a lot of unique offerings. So when Sydney's was gonna open up, I was super excited to see just how unique and special that store was gonna be, because New York had so many New York specialty builds. They utilized the Ghostbusters as well as the Marvel superheroes characters, and then in London they have a giant Gringotts Bank and a James Bond Aston Martin, and each of them feel so authentically and cheesy and stereotypically their city. I was lucky enough to go a day early and attend a preview event with about 200 other people and actually go and experience and see this store, because luckily for me, this one's in my backyard.
It truly is massive. There is so much space in the store, and just like the others, is spread across 2 floors. But just like New York and London, Sydney's giant builds are based off iconic Aussie things. For example, we have a koala, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, a koala, Sam Kerr, and another koala. Is that really all we're known for?
It is so detailed. I really love how they've gone with like the space age type of thing in the background. Like, I think that's really sick.
And all of the builds look fantastic. The bridge in particular is one of the most impressive things that I have ever seen done at a Lego store, considering it is all made out of actual Lego bricks. However, when I looked around, it feels like it's missing a lot of the same love that New York and London ended up with.
Mum just asked what's wrong with the words on the front of the building and asked if it was a mistake. Yeah, bit tragic. I've had such a great time just like talking with everyone that I haven't even actually looked around the store yet. Like, I've still got minifigure factory things to do. I mean, most of the sets are the same. It's a lot like most other Lego stores, just cooler. Lego Sam Kerr is actually really, really sick. I haven't looked at any of the models. I haven't picked up my pieces. The pad wall is like, okay, like there's some really good parts, but I'm just not in the mood to get anything. So I'm just gonna like get my minifigure pieces and actually like walk around, go and see what's going on with Harry Potter. I think my dad's honestly filming more than I have. So now that I'm done with my minifigures, done with my pieces, it's actually time to walk around and look at the store and all the different sections. The whole thing's really well stocked. Like, they've got a bunch of Venators and thingies and a bunch of Australian postcards, because like, of course. It would be nice if we had an actual like Australian architecture set at the moment.
Maybe it's just because I'm salty there wasn't a single kangaroo, or maybe even it's because Lego just doesn't have licenses for things like Bluey or the Wiggles, but the store just didn't feel as specialized and often felt quite empty and lacking in terms of giant builds. That aside, the most exciting aspect for me, and by the looks of things a lot of other Aussie AFOLs, was the minifigure factory station, where you can draw and print your own custom designs. I personally have really enjoyed collecting the printed name bricks from some of the cities that I've visited, since it's not a super common thing for a Lego store to have. So knowing this going in, I came prepared and I had a design in mind. It wasn't anything crazy, which also meant that I could get in and out pretty quick, which given the line was very much needed today.
I'm trying to grab all my pieces to build a minifigure, and I ran into Ray!
Hello!
It's about time, firstly. It's been far too long. I don't know like how we live in the same country.
It's been years.
Exactly, live in the same country, never actually gotten to interact with each other, especially since you were at Brick Built. Like, that was the worst thing.
Yeah.
Because we're literally in the
kind
same...
of like ships in the night.
Exactly, it was the worst type of thing, but it's so good to see you.
The store also came through with the brand new cardboard pad boxes for you to fill up with a bunch of pieces you'll probably never use. I really didn't expect the store to have it, however it does make a lot of sense in hindsight. The other major highlight for me though was the 3D mosaic build of the Sydney Opera House, which just blew me away. It is insane how well they could capture such an awkwardly shaped building. The build is located on the first floor right next to the staircase and is is definitely the biggest attraction on that floor.
Comparatively to upstairs, downstairs it's dead, it's quiet, there is no one here. So I can finally look at the Opera House build, which is quite cute actually. It kind of like sticks out, it's a little bit 3D. I mean, of course they were gonna do this. They also have a giant ballerina over there. She's not built or anything, she's just like a acrylic giant statue. But in terms of themes down here, mostly we just got brickheads and Duplo, but not an awful lot. There's even like a whole Christmas section, which is actually like really fun.
It's quite a shame because I feel like there could have been some really cool kind of like exclusive Australian merchandise, just like the Leicester Square store has, but unfortunately we didn't get any of that.
It's crazy to think that Sydney now has a flagship Lego store like this. I feel incredibly lucky that our city is able to have something like that. However, it definitely didn't feel quite as special and as unique as some of the other Lego stores. The whole store to me felt very temporary. Like there was nothing really built into the structure of the store like it felt like New York and Leicester Square had. And I put that down to just the fact that it's not licensed by Lego directly. I feel like if it was their own store that they were putting money into, it would be a different story. If you're ever in Sydney, it is absolutely worth checking out. I know at least in my case, I love doing little build a minifigure in different cities and getting the customized brick as well as the passport stamps and things like that. If you're in town, it's something to go and check out. I hope that it sticks around and that they flesh it out a little bit more because I really want to see a life-size Lego big red car. If you enjoyed the tour of the new largest Lego store, consider subscribing to my channel down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.